Ever drawn a perfect wedge, waited for the break, pulled the trigger, and watched price rip straight back and stop you out? Ever sat inside a channel, trade with no idea whether to hold or to get out? Ever had 3 patterns on the same chart and had absolutely no idea which one actually mattered? This is the problem with pattern trading. Not the patterns themselves, the patterns work. The problem is you have no system to evaluate them. Which pattern is high quality? Which one is noise? When is the break real? When is it a trap? Where do you exit if it works? That's exactly why we built Pattern Confluence Pro at ChartNation. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the complete system, every feature, how it works, and why it changes how you read every chart from this point forward. Feature number 1, automatic pattern detection. First thing this indicator does, it detects 4 structural patterns automatically in real time: rising wedges, falling wedges, ascending channels, and descending channels on any asset, any time frame, without you drawing a single line. Look at this example. The indicator scans the entire chart and identifies the structural patterns present right now. Every line is anchored precisely from a swing point to a swing point. No subjectivity, no manual drawing, no "does this line look right?" The structure is either there or it is not. This alone removes the biggest source of error in pattern trading, your own bias. Because when you draw patterns manually, you draw the ones you want to see. Pattern Confluence Pro draws the ones that actually exist. Feature number 2, Confluence scoring. But here's where it goes deeper. Not every pattern deserves your attention, so every single pattern gets a quality score. The score is calculated based on 4 factors: number of trend line touches, how precisely price respected those lines, how long the pattern has been developing, and conversions quality for wedges. Here is a falling wedge with a high score. Now look at this one, a rising wedge with a low score. 2 patterns, same indicator, completely different quality. The high score pattern has clean touches, price respected the lines multiple times, and the structure has been building for weeks. The low score one barely qualifies. Instantly you know where to focus. You stop treating every pattern the same way, you rank them and trade the ones that earned it. Feature number 3, the dual tier system. Now this is the feature no other pattern indicator has. Pattern Confluence Pro runs 2 detection engines simultaneously. The swing tier captures short-term structure forming right now. The macro tier captures dominant, long-term structure that has been developing in the background. The macro patterns are labeled with M, so you always know what you're looking at. Here in this example, a swing tier falling wedge forming on the short term. Inside it, a macro falling wedge controlling the bigger picture, both pointing in the same direction. When the swing tier and the macro tier break simultaneously, that's a confluence signal. 2 independent structures, different time frames, same conclusion. That's not a coincidence, that's the market telling you something. This is how institutional traders look at charts. They don't treat patterns in isolation, they need structure aligning across time frames before they commit. Now you have that same view. Feature number 4, trade the structure, not just the break. Now here's something most traders miss. You don't need to wait for the break to use this indicator. The structure itself is the trade. When Pattern Confluence Pro draws an ascending channel with a high score, you know the trend is intact and the structure is being respected. Trend traders buy the bounces off the lower channel and take profits at the upper line over and over again, while the pattern is still valid. When it draws a falling wedge with a high score, you know exhaustion is building. Reversal traders position at the wedge support waiting for the move. The break is the final move in the pattern. Everything before it is tradable too. Pattern Confluence Pro just shows you the structure clearly enough to do it. Feature number 5, break confirmation with volume. Every break fires on bar close, not wicks, not intra-bar moves. That removes a massive amount of false signals right there. And on every break label, you see the volume ratio. Break bar volume versus the average volume during the pattern. Here in this example, volume ratio is very high. Fire emoji on the label. That means the break had institutional participation. Big money confirmed the move. Now compare that to this break, volume ratio, very low. Warning symbol, below average volume on the break. Retail doing the work, proceed with extreme caution. You know in real time whether this break has conviction behind it or not. That changes everything about your entry decision. Feature number 6, failed break detection. This is the feature that will save you from your worst trades. If price breaks the pattern and then closes back inside, the indicator flags it immediately. Label turns orange and marks failed. Targets gray out, alerts are suppressed. Watch what happens here. Ascending channel, price closes below support, retail traders entered short, volume was low, the warning was already there, next candle closes back inside the channel. Failed fires instantly. Every trader who chased that break without this indicator is now holding a losing position, wondering what happened. Knowing a break failed is as valuable as knowing it worked, because the failed break itself becomes information. It tells you the opposite direction is now more likely. While retail is stopped out and confused, you already know what to do next. Every pattern gets 2 automatic targets, target number 1 and target number 2. The target 1 is the measured move projection. Target 2 is the full measured move. They're drawn from the moment the pattern is detected, so you know where the move could go before the break even happens. You're not calculating anything, you're not guessing where to take profit. The roadmap is on your screen from the start. And when the break confirms, the targets activate. When price reaches them, the labels turn green with a check mark. Here in this example, the wedge breaks down, target 1 was already on the chart, price reaches it, green mark check, trade continues, target 2 hit, second mark check, done. The trade managed itself from the moment the break confirmed. You knew your targets before the move even started. That's the complete system, automatic detection across 4 pattern types, quality scoring so you know which parts to watch, dual tier structure so you see both the short-term and dominant picture simultaneously, the ability to trade the structure itself, bounces, fades, reversals, not just the break, volume confirmation so you know if the break has real money behind it, failed break detection so you're never trapped by a fake out again, and auto targets that show you where the move is going from the moment the pattern forms. This isn't a single purpose indicator, it's a complete pattern intelligence system built for every type of trader. Breakout, reversal, trend, scalper, anyone who wants to understand what the market is actually doing instead of just what it looks like on the surface.
If you want to use this indicator 100% free, search for Pattern Confluence Pro and use this one by ChartNation.
Join our free Discord community where we share real-time setups, live analysis, and trade these patterns alongside serious traders every single day. Links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.